Hey guys, very good morning. My name is Mithilesh Singh and today's I'm going to talk about AWS Backup Service. In my previous video, I discussed what is snapshot, how can you take and restore the snapshot, advantage and disadvantage. So before moving ahead in backup services, we have to understand why backup is important for any organization. In case your application is running, your data is, you have stored the data and someone has deleted. How can you restore it? If you do not have backup, there is no options to restore the data. And if you do not have backup solution, then your application and your services is at risk. So this is quite important, or the baseline part of the baseline for any organization. So there are multiple options, backup options are available. Either you can use the hybrid solution or cloud native services. So we are going to discuss cloud native services, backup services today. The first is fully managed. Fully managed, when I say the fully managed, it provide backup services in a single panel, right? You can create the plan, you can set the frequency, and you can fully automate your backup environment. And you have full control whenever you want to modify the policies or plan, you can simply go over there and do all these things. It's a centralized, so it gives a single console to view your backup, to create the plan, to set the frequency, to check the backup jobs. Monitor your backup activities from a single panel. Cross recent backup. So take an example, your application is very critical and you want to keep a copy of your backup into the different region for the disaster solution. So you can simply use the cross region, and once your backup, so during the backup, once it complete the backup, it simply move a copy into the different region as well. Policy based solution. So policy based solution, you can create your plan, you can set the frequency, and you are done. Tag based backup policy. So tag based backup policy, take an example, you have different environment, development stage and production. You want to take the backup of complete production environment or complete dev and stage environment. What you have to do is you have to tag all your resources with, take an example, you provide a value environment, and you have provide a value dev. You create a key and provide a value dev. So whenever you are going to create any resources, make sure you tag it as environment and value is a dev. What does it do? So I set this into our backup tag policy. Whenever you provision a new resources, it automatically consider into the backup policy and take the backup whatever the frequency you have set. You need not to go again and again and add the your resources into your backup policy. So backup activity monitoring. So you can simply monitor the backup activity, whatever either it is in progress, failed, or completed. Life cycle management policy. In the life cycle management policy, you can set the retention policy, how long you want to keep the backup. And access policy. So definitely you will not allow each and everyone in your organization to view and manage it. So you can define who can access the console and who can manage it. This is the workflow of your backup policy. So how does it work? It is fully centralized. Okay, once you create the plan, so you can keep all these resources into your backup. Okay, so there are six resources are available which you can consider in your backup, and it restore copy all the backup into the Amazon S3 bucket. Okay, which you can monitor, modify, and restore from there. So let's see in detail, and I'll create a plan and go one by one. So currently I am in I am in Ohio location. So I'll create backup plan into the Ohio. I'll click on create plan. So there are multiple options available, three options. One is existing. So you can choose any existing plan available and you can modify as per your use. Second option is create your plan. So I'll prefer always this because this is my backup. So I'll set according to my business use. And third one is define your backup into the JSON format if you have, and you can paste here and you are done. It will create all the info like environment. So I'll go into the create new backup. So I'll set daily backup plan, and then you have to define a rule here. Okay, so I'll click daily backup rule and the schedule. Do you want to take the backup daily, in every 12 hours, weekly, monthly, or you can also set the custom cron expression here. So I'll select the daily backup window when you want to take the backup. So always use the off hours, business off hours. Don't take the backup anytime. So if you select the default, so it take the backup at 5 a.m. UTC daily. So this is not the suitable time for each applications or each business. So use it custom. So custom you can define the time. So currently what is the time in UTC? I'll verify from here. It is 1:39. So I'll set it 1:45. 1:45. At least give some buffer. 1:45 UTC time. And when you want to start the backup, so I'll say within 1 hours, or completion time is whatever the completion time, how long it will go. So I'll set complete within 2 hours. The life cycle, you can define the how long you want to keep the backup. So you can transition it to the cold storage, S3 cold storage, which is quite cheaper. So you can define day after 1 days, 3 days, 30 days, it move the backup into the cold storage. And then expiry, after how long you want to like delete it from the cold storage. So you can set the policy from here, but I'm not going to modify anything from here. I'll keep it into the hot storage, S3 standard storage. And expiry, but expiry in both cases you can set. So I'll set it 2 days, or let's take an example, 30 days. Backup vault. So vault, where your backup will be stored. So either you can use the default or create your. I'll select the daily backup vault. So it's up to you, right? So you can create the backup vault. So I have already created, that is the reason you are seeing there. So I click daily backup vault 1, because there is one backup vault already available. So you can click here and it will create a backup vault for you. You can create it manually as well. This is the options, copy to region, as I said, right? So cross region. So if you want to keep your backup in different region as well, so you can copy it. So I'll select North Virginia and then go into the advanced options and create a vault over there as well. If you can create it manually as well. So I'll go and create new vault. I'll set disaster vault. Okay, and share your master key, create backup vault into the North Virginia, and here is North Virginia open. If I go into the backup vault, you can see this vault is created, disaster vault. The life cycle policy you can set here as well. Okay, how long you want to keep it. And the next one is tag. So this is basically for monitoring purpose. Take an example, you have multiple backup daily, weekly, and you want to monitor your daily backup. So you can filter with the tag as well. So I given a value, right, backup, and value is daily, so I can monitor with this as well. So create a plan, and the plan is ready. This is your backup plan, and this is your schedule. So in the schedule, if you go here, right, click here, so you can see whatever the schedule you have defined here. So you will see all these options here, but the resource is not aligned yet. So what you have to go resource assignment. So click here, assign resource. You can click on daily backup resource, and use a default IAM role. So why IAM role is, take an example, your backup service will connect to the EC2 instances, DynamoDB table, Aurora. So not Aurora. One more important thing, guys. So Aurora is not part of your AWS backup service. Apart from Aurora, you can take the backup of all other RDS. So you can use the default so that backup services will connect to EC2 instances and take the backup. So it give access over there. So you can use the default or you can create your own. So I'll use the default one. Assign resources. So resources, how do you want to assign? Either you can use your resource ID and select, take an example, you are going to take the backup of DynamoDB table. So you have to click here and take your mention your DynamoDB table name. So I have created one here. In this case, you have to mention or assign each and every DynamoDB table. So that is a quite tough and time taking process, and you can miss as well. So don't go with these options. I'll set tag and I will assign a value here. And so whenever any resource match this criteria or have key as environment and value as a dev in the tag, it automatically come under the my backup policy. So if you go here, right, so I have given the value to each my resources. Okay, this is volume and I have set environment, and for my virtual machine I have also set environment and value is the dev. And for my DynamoDB table, so I have also set a value environment and dev. So doing this, basically you need not to go and add all your resources. Okay, and it will help to save the time and also make sure, right, when you deploy a new resource in future, it automatically consider in your backup policy. So it will take some time to take the backup. So I'm just pausing this video and will back again. Okay, so let's monitor the status. So you can see from dashboard, main dashboard, you can also monitor. So two is in progress, three completed, one failed. So I stopped one. That is the reason it is showing failed. And in copy from one region to another, since I selected to copy into the different region, so it is also showing the status here. To check in detail, right, the services go into the jobs. Into the jobs, you can see three are completed. So click here and select the completed. So you can see three backups are completed or four are completed. Okay, and any if you click on fail, so you will see the failed one. So I stopped one, so that is the reason it is showing. It is aborted. Actually, I stopped it, so that is the reason it is showing aborted. Okay, in any state, if you click in any state, so it will show all running, stopped, and completed, or whatever the status. It will show all. Okay, and when you go into the restore job, since I didn't restore any, so it will not show any. And if you click on copy job, so it will show one is failed, the DynamoDB it is failed due to some reason. I'll verify it. And other two is in running state. So it will take some time to copy. So guys, that's all to take the backup. And I hope you enjoy the video. Please let us know your feedback. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching.